Lauren, first off, I guess my first question is, how are you feeling physically, and how has your off season been going?
I'm feeling good. I've just started to kind of get back into the swing of things, get back on the court again. So I'm feeling good. My knee feels good, and I'm ready to keep making progress.
And how was kind of your rookie season? I know it. How have you kind of been able to process it now that you've had a chance to kind of look back? I know you got off to a slow start with COVID and then the knee injury. How would you kind of just sum up your rookie season and what you've learned?
Um, it was unique, frustrating, interesting, crazy. I mean, there's a lot of different words to describe it. Like you said, I got off to a slow start because I got to the bubble late. So I was kind of just playing catch up the whole time and never really felt like got into the groove of things. So hopefully this next season is better, and we can have a somewhat normal season. I know COVID is still a thing and we still have to worry about our safety. But I'm just excited to get this next season over and kind of just flush my rookie season.
And you mentioned kind of the obstacles that COVID presented. If you had to give someone advice, because I know the NCAA tournament is coming to Indianapolis, and they're not doing a complete bubble, but they're doing a kind of controlled environment. If you had to give someone advice on how to deal with life in the bubble, what would that be?
Um, I would say just to try to keep yourself busy. Don't just sit around all day. Do whatever you can, whether that's watching a new show, whether that's playing, cards with your teammates, calling back home, calling friends, calling family members, just trying to find something to do so you're not getting too bored.
Finally, my last follow-up here. Mentally, how difficult is that to not be bored, to not kind of lose your mind? How difficult was that aspect of the bubble?
It was very difficult, and I think that's something that a lot of people don't understand unless you were actually there. We couldn't leave, no one could come in, we were away from friends, we were away from family. So it was definitely hard, and like I said, you kind of have to just keep yourself busy.
Thanks, Akeem. Chad Conine.
Hey, Lauren, how's it going? When it comes to kind of maybe what you would have planned for yourself career-wise, obviously this wasn't it for your first season to do the bubble and not have the NCAA tournament and all that, but going forward, is playing overseas something that you think you'll probably do? And, how far is that in the future with the way things are right now?
It's definitely something that I want to do. Whether that's this year, whether it's next year, it's definitely something that I see myself doing, just to go over there and stay in shape and get the experience. I think a lot of players go over there and they get better. So that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to.
And then in the past 3 seasons when you were at Baylor, you did the T1D night at Baylor. And I assume that's probably something that you want to continue in some form or another. Did just the scheduling and the way things kind of worked out for the start of this college season, did that prevent you from doing that? Is that something you plan to do again in the future?
Yeah, I think that's something that I definitely want to keep doing. I don't know when it would happen. We haven't really talked about setting anything like that up, but it's definitely something that I want to keep going because I get to meet new people that have type 1 diabetes, and I get to talk to them. They get to see me doing what I do, and it inspires them. And that's kind of the goal for me.
Excellent. Thanks.
Thanks, Chad. Jerry Hill.
Hey, Lauren. Wanted to ask you about, was there enough of a snapshot in that first season for you to get a good feel of how you fit in with the WNBA, or will that take another year?
I think it's a little bit of both. I saw some things that I needed to improve on.
Hey, Lauren, could you go back and repeat that? You kind of froze up a little bit.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I think it's something that I it's going to be a learning experience every year because when I did get out there on the court, I was learning something new. I was kind of figuring out where I stand, what I need to work on. So it's just going to be a year-to-year thing of what I learn, what I need to work on.
And I don't know if you've had a chance to watch much of Baylor this year, the games they've played so far, but obviously you were around Alyssa and Queen for those 2 years. Tell me what you see from their growth and maybe your expectations for them.
Yeah, I mean, they're both great players, super athletic, can jump out of the gym. I think they're different players in a way. Queen is more of an inside post player. Liz is more of a face up, can shoot from the outside, that kind of thing. But they're both they both bring a lot to the table, and I'm excited to keep seeing them grow every day with each and every game. And I think they're gonna be good for Baylor this year and the years to come.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thanks, Jerry. Pat Boylan.
Hi, Lauren. After playing with Tierra for a season, do you view how you and she fit together long-term any differently than you did before the year began?
I don't think I view it any differently. I think that the matchup is going to be hard with both of us in at the same time. And I think it's something that we are going to keep growing each and every year. I think you saw a little bit of that high-low game this season, but that's just something that we just got to keep working on.
Thanks, Pat. Mandy Knight. Mandy, are you there? Okay, we'll go Zach Hughes. Zach, you got one?
Yeah, Lauren, I recognize you didn't get to use the old locker room and like the old practice court at Bankers Life, but just wanted to get your thoughts and your impressions on the new facility.
I think it's really nice. Like you said, I didn't see what it was like before, but just going in there, getting the tour, it was really nice. The Salesforce court is amazing. The locker room, apparently it's a lot more spacious. We're not going to be on top of each other. And then having the weight room right there is going to be nice because we can literally walk right out of the locker room into the weight room. So I'm really excited. The Pacers Sports and Entertainment team and Indiana Fever did a great job, and I'm really thankful.
We've kind of talked about it, but just what are your goals in year 2 in the W?
I think one of the main goals is to just learn each and every year. I mean, I was considered a rookie last year, and this is my second year, but it still kind of feels new to me because last year was so weird. So just each and every year learning from the vets that we have, learning from the coaches, learning from Tamika and her experience that she's had, that's going to be big for me.
Thanks, Zach. Lou Friedman.
Can you hear me? I'm unmuted there.
Yep, we can hear you, Lou.
Okay. Lauren, two things. Looking ahead to this season, I mean, what do you think the team really has to do and improve on to move up in the ranks? And I did have a second question that's kind of different on history. But.
Go ahead, the first one.
You saw glimpses of what we could do. I mean, you saw great moments of us really working together and playing as a team. And I think we have to take those moments and make it into a full game. We have to play the whole game like that if we want to win.
And my second question was really about how much of a historian of the game are you? Do you realize the kind of women you're playing with the Indiana team, with Coach Stanley's history from her championships when she was a much younger lady, and Tamika's championships, and just the impact the people that are around you have had on the women's game?
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the reasons why I was so excited to come to Indy, because Coach Stanley has that winning background at Washington, winning championships. And Tamika, she had a great career at Tennessee and then with the Fever, and just she has that championship mentality, and I think that I kind of have the same thing, that championship mentality. So just like I said, learning from them each and every day is going to be good for me.
I was actually referring to much earlier in Coach Stanley's career when she was a player. Have you ever heard much about those teams that she played for, Immaculata?
Yeah, I don't know much about that. I just know the more recent history.
Thanks, Lou. Darby Brown.
Yeah, hey Lauren, what have you learned most about yourself? Just dealing with coming off of kind of the disappointment of what you guys had at Baylor last year, not getting to play in the tournament, and then rolling into this WNBA season that was so different. Just what kind of did you learn about yourself during those challenges?
I think the biggest thing is just getting through whatever life throws at me. I've been a type 1 diabetic since I was 7 years old, so been dealing with that for years now. And just anything that life throws at me, you just got to get through it. No matter how hard it is, just got to stay the course, keep fighting through it.
Let me see. Chad Conan, you have another one?
I do not. Sorry about that.
Okay. Let me see. Mandy, did you have one that we had a little audio difficulty last time?
Is it working now? Oh,
Yeah, we can hear you.
awesome. All right. Hey, Lauren. So looking at this Baylor team right now, obviously they dealt with curveballs with, dealing with COVID, having a 2-week layoff. What would you say if there was some sort of advice that you could give to the team about just maybe sticking to their guns and just trying to, overcome this COVID year, having gone through everything that you did, in the WNBA bubble?
The biggest thing is just to focus on your end goal, which is to win a championship. And that was our goal. That's our goal every season. First to win the Big 12 championship and then a national championship. So if you just stay focused on that goal and just keep working harder and harder every day towards that goal, then that's how you stay on track.
Thank you. And I have one more follow-up. Have you maybe kept in touch with Kalani or Taya or anyone about, how their careers are going in the WNBA, and what have you guys talked about?
Yeah, Kalani and I keep in touch a lot. We were really close at Baylor, and then we talked a few times in the bubble because she had COVID too, so she had to sit out those 2 weeks, and just talking about all the protocols and all the things that we've had to go through, just trying to stay strong and get through it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Back to Pat Boylan.
Lauren, because of all the obstacles you had to face in your rookie year, do you feel like year 2 is maybe a little bit more important just in terms of making your mark in the league and on the team?
I think it is, because no one really got to see what I could really do last season. They saw little bits and pieces of it. And I mean, you can watch my college career, you saw what I could do there, but no one has really seen me play in the WNBA yet. So I'm excited for year 2 and just excited to get back out there.
Another unique dynamic that all rookies share is the fact that they haven't even really gotten the chance to meet their fan base in person. And I know there are a lot of Fever fans that are looking forward, hopefully, to be able to do that this year. But in the time being, what would your message to those fans be who are patiently awaiting those moments?
I'm just really excited to meet everyone. I got to call some of the MVPs and season ticket holders a few days ago, and they were all just really excited. I love their energy. I love the support that they give us. So hopefully we can safely get some fans to our games, and I'll get to start meeting everybody.